I'm sure everyone will love it.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I want to first and foremost thank Lori from The Way of Positive Change and Tony from Shining Hot Healing from joining. This is me. I'm the one who's got the echo. Please forgive me. Because again, retrograde has decided to still show her butt in my house. I really feel like she is sitting directly above my neighborhood right now. I'm just like, I know you were going direct, but I need you to go back home. You can't come to my house. Just go home, please. Thank you. Yeah, she's rude. What happened? She's rude in 48 hours that I'm like,
By the end of the month, things should start, with Saturn moving forward and the other big heavy hitting planets moving forward. It should feel better. So Halloween.
I hope so.
Whoop whoop.
Yep, because she had me at the urgent care all morning. I thought I broke my foot last night. Okay, well, so most of this goes back though to the Peloton because my tailbone still hurts. Because remember, Tony, when I did that ride a couple weeks ago and my butt hurt? So the tailbone has not completely healed. And I've ridden multiple times, but it doesn't hurt like it did from that one ride. So my tailbone still hurts. And then I was walking past it last night and stubbed my whole left foot right into the base. And I was like, this is it, Jesus. Take me now. This is it. You're calling me home. I'm about to see my mother, my grandmother. I'm holding the pearl gates. My spirit guides just take me up. Just alleviate these pain, guys. I did it. This is it. I got the 39 years, 3 days, and 42 hours. And I'm dead. I'm dead.
So you went to urgent care and what happened?
Well, it was still hurting this morning. It was actually hurting worse this morning. And there's no mobility now. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of like indicative of maybe something's broken. So I was just like, can y'all do an x-ray? They're like, because it was like still swollen even after doing the whole rice thing last night. And he's like, I don't see a break on here, but that doesn't mean there's not a hairline. So I'm going to go ahead and send this to radiology. We'll call you in the morning. I was like, thanks. And then I went for my mammogram this morning, and my doctor, who says she called in the order, she didn't. So it had to be musty all morning for no reason.
Oh, my goodness.
No deodorant.
There's other things that have just popped off, but I'm like, you know what, Mercury? I thought you were being nice to us. I thought you were giving us our lives back, but apparently not. You're just going to be a little disrespectful, so it's okay. It happens. But you were telling me, you said, thank you so much, Marie, for the super chat. Yeah, I'm not trying to whine. I'm trying to make y'all laugh at the buffoonery that is my life.
We're laughing. But, okay, so how's your foot now?
It's all taped up.
Okay, wait, why did you tape it?
They had to immobilize it.
Okay, but you have room for the swelling, right? I mean,
yeah.
You're still doing ice?
Yes, still doing ice and whatever.
And you have it up nicely while we're doing this. Okay,
Yep.
Because I'm the broken foot queen.
Yes, I was like, oh.
I didn't just do it once.
Oh gosh, I don't see how, because I promise you, if I had to pee, all of it would have came out the moment that I hit so I don't see how you did it.
That hardly hurt. I couldn't even, and I fell in slow motion. It was like, really? Is this really happening? I was backing up with this dirt thing that I was moving out to this plant that I was moving out to the yard, and I went a little, just a little slant on the land, and I felt my foot, and then I felt my foot turn, like it rolled, and I was like, really? And then I started going down in slow motion. I'm like, I'm going down.
I think I'm falling. I think I broke something. I think my life is about to go.
It was one of those dream-like things where you're talking to yourself like, is this really happening? Am I falling? in front of all my neighbors. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
It happens. That's so rude. I'm
So I
so
hope you
sorry.
feel better. So-
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sylvia, and thank you, Marie, for the super chats. I promise we're about to get into this, but I was pointing to because Tony, who before we got on this live stream, was talking about how retrogrades got her life a little like right now. So I asked Lori, and I was like, Lori, what's going on? And so you were saying, tell us again, because you're saying everything's Saturn and something's going back.
The other planets that are, we had like a whole lineup of retrogrades of the big hitters, and they're all just now starting to follow Mercury and turn, station and then move forward, but just in these little minute ways, like little tiny millimeters at a time, and so we just have to be patient till the end of this month and just keep trying. And if something doesn't work, back away. You know what our mothers always told us: walk away from it, walk away. Come back with a fresh mind in the morning. You'll do something different.
Walk away and walk it off, because I tried to walk it off last night.
No, yeah. Once you injure yourself, ice and up, and then especially with your foot above your heart,
Yeah, I've got that plantar fasciitis.
Which I just recovered from, because
that's got me. It's got me laid up.
Guys,
do you have
not even 80? We're not even 80, and we're sitting here talking point shit. Like, what the hell?
We're just living.
Yeah.
Do you have the boot, Tony?
No. I bought those special socks that they sell. And then I got some sandals that have the arch support and the heel, all that stuff. And
get the boot, because I've done I've done like the shoe and I've done the socks. The boot, now, depending on how you sleep, because I'm a side sleeper, I sleep in fetal position. So the boot, yes, it's going to drive you crazy for about 3 to 4 days. But I promise you, because it's the way that it has your foot like this. It does all you don't even have to keep doing your stretches, because it has your foot in that permanent stretch. Sleep in that for like 2 or 3 nights, and you'll notice.
Okay.
Like $20 on Amazon.
I have a boot from when I broke my ankle.
No, this is like specifically for plantar fasciitis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's gonna look like a moon boot, and you're gonna go like, yeah, I'm definitely not, because you're not gonna want to wear it to sleep because it's bulky. But I swear by it. And
where do you get it?
I got mine off Amazon.
Okay.
Well, you can, or you can go to your local medical department store. Yeah. It's probably cheaper. I wore mine to my emergency appendectomy.
You were in there in rare form. You're like, my appendix is broken. I've got planters. I have a couple broken foots from back in the day. I'm sorry, y'all.
All right, let's change the subject. We're not moody, thank God. Let's be grateful. Let's check that off on our gratitude list. Thank you, Father.
My doctor was just telling me at urgent care, he is the sweetest, cutest little thing in the world. Even after we got into a fight about kids, he was like, listen. I was like, am I just more accident prone? He's like, no, we just have a slower reaction time. And the older we get, it's a cognitive decline issue. And I was like, he's like, no, really. He's like, no, really. It's a proven fact that it's like our neurons, and they just don't fire up like we used to. And then he showed, this man has like cuts and bruises. He's like, example A, example B, example C. And I was like, bruh, you may have cognitive issues, and should you be practicing medicine right now? You tell me all of this.
Was he cute, Adrian? That's what I want to know. Was he cute?
No.
Oh man, that's a damn shame.
He's 51. He's not cute. I mean, not that 51
is so cute.
No, he was not cute. But the 51 part was where I was like, you're in cognitive decline already at 51? Oh. Are you going to be in full diapers at 57? Like, to our questions. Thanks to everybody who submitted questions. We've got a plethora. We probably have more questions than we'll have time to get into, but let's see how this goes, right? So let's start off. Ladies, you pick which topic we go to first. Thank you so much, Nancy. Do we do Steele dossier? Do we read on the Goon Posse? State and local buffoonery or national politics? You guys pick.
Go ahead, Lori, pick.
Dossier.
All right.
Yay.
Christopher Steele
Good
did a
Lord.
recent interview standing by his dossier and claims that Michael Cohen did indeed go to Prague to meet with the Russians. And during that meeting in Prague with the Russians, said PP tape does exist. He came back and standing firm, there's a PP tape. Did he really go to meet with the Russians, or is he just still trying to act like the big boy in campus? Because now, mind you, the Russians have not, I mean, not like the Russians would come back and confirm, but the Russians are like, I don't know who he is. New phone, who this? So, did he indeed go to Prague to meet with the Russians, or he's just blowing more smoke because he
Michael Cohen go to Prague to meet with the Russians.
I'm dying. I'm just like, dude, you're still on this? Like, most of the country has moved on from the PP tape, and you're still trying to bring this back up.
We're never going to see it.
We're never going to see it.
I
And
think
Trump-
we'll see it.
You think
You
we
think?
will?
I think we'll see a little clip it.
I thought you were
Snip it, a little snippet. I think.
A little pee-pee.
like what happened when I stubbed my foot into the Peloton the other night. Just a
A little pee-pee.
little pee-pee. But, ooh, did he really go to meet with the Russians? Let's see. Whoever wants to go first, go right ahead.
I'll go if you guys are still laying your
Yeah.
cards.
Go ahead.
I think he did.
I do too.
I think
Yeah.
he did. Otherwise, why would the devil come up at the
Yeah.
top? I think they're going to fight him for everything that he's saying and slander him and say that didn't happen, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But there are many people involved in this, and we're just asking about one person and we get 5 in this card, But I don't think they'll move forward with it. He has to really push hard. He's in defense with this. I think it will come out on. This is my internet card because when you're holding the world in your hand. Sorry, everything's backwards in here. It's like we have your laptop in your hand. So I think a portion of it,
a little drip drip, tiny bit, little drip drip. Tony, you want to go? Or are you still pulling?
Yeah, I think that he will. We will see it. We will. He did do it. He went all by a little lonesome self just so he could find some enlightenment from the people who was in power. Yes, he went. He went.
There is he not only did he, I wonder if he went for, because I'm not getting change of perspective. I'm actually getting sacrifice. I wonder if he was actually went to go try to change their minds, to kind of go reestablish some kind of power, some type of something, but he ended up, it's a little bit more detrimental to him than he thinks than he should have done, because there is definitely showing some at the crown of this is strength and at the base is chariot. There is some movement, albeit slow. So yes, he did go, is how I'm reading that. But again, I think he may have sacrificed himself with the 6 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles being out in the cold and being the celebrated person. I think he went with one thing in mind. I'm going to reestablish some power. I'm going to even maybe go get some deeds and some goods from them, kind of some more back pocket information, but that's actually going to blow up in his face because in the environment is the Tower.
Wow.
You're playing doofus. Who do you think you're playing with? Like, that's not the best thing. But yeah, it ends with the Knight of Pentacles. So there's also too some type of financials going on. He definitely went. This is not going to play out the way he wants it to. And I agree with both of you. I think something's going to come out and it's going to be via intranet.
It's going to get leaked a little bit. A little leak.
Just a little leak. You know,
not leakage.
Not like you have to go get the full adult diapers leak, but you know, you can put a panty liner on it. Very, very specific. I'm sorry. He'll be fine. Since we're on with Russia, let's look at what will be the outcome of the Russian oligarch Oleg. I cannot pronounce Oleg's last name. Deripaska raid. Laura, do you know?
Deripaska.
Thank you. Say that one more time.
Deripaska, I think.
Deripaska. What's going to be the outcome of their Deripaska raid?
The raid. I don't even know anything about this.
Oh, he says all those properties, everything in there belongs to his other family members.
Mm-hmm. Oh. No. Oh.
Hey, Deb and Cardamancy, Chris, Desiree, hello, Clarence, hello. Thank you, Lucky Girl, for moderating tonight. Hope you guys are doing well. Poise pads. You don't need a full poise pad worth of leak. Hi, Jody, Pamela. Nice to see you guys tonight. What is the outcome of the Deripaska? Did I say that right?
Deripaska.
Deripaska raid. Hello, Pamela. Oh, well.
Who's going?
Whoever wants to go. Go ahead, since you started us off last time.
Okay, I think at first there's difficulty because I think well, of course he isn't there, and I kept getting travel, and he has. I think he wiped some of the stuff clean so he could be free, but I think there's just enough to know that there is a link that they can follow to get the stuff. So it actually leads to a whole bunch of other things. All right. But it's very small at first. It's difficult. It's small at first. Sorry, I'm still in the, okay. So but I think it leads to a lot of information. And they're going to follow his travels. And I think there's a good link there.
I got something kind of similar to within the environment with the chariot, him trying to travel, and they're going to be following him like a dog. What did you get, Tony?
I also got the travel card. He had, I don't really know this story, but there's some kind of inner or knowing that something was going to go down based on what the truth was. Is he hiding the truth, or he had information, or I don't know what this story is all about, but there's truth involved in it, and then some kind of movement. Whoever it is standing their ground, and because they're going to shine some light on whatever this truth is. Yeah. So that's what I got. Yeah, it's going to take a while though.
Yeah, it is, because I get too that he wants to hold on whatever information that they got. There's something that he wants to kind of lay low. But I don't think he's going to be able to, again, because also in the environment, I get the chariot card, whatever. And in here now is the devil. So him trying to lay low and move out, because at the base or at the crown of this is the 6 of Swords. So trying to get to higher water. That's not going to work. And actually his challenge too is money. His ties to money, him I think there's something too about how much money he has or who he's truly funding. Like he may have this facade that he's like, oh, I'm super rich and powerful, but really he's bought and paid for. And I think that's going to come out because his word of warning is the Three of Swords. So there is going to be some type of heartbreak, loss, betrayal. The Knight of Wands is the outcome. I wanted to pull a couple clarifiers because I'm like, okay, what kind of swift action is coming in? I get the Hierophant, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. I'm wondering too, if somebody's going to, some type of government official or somebody is going to kind of, from a higher power, is going to intervene and kind of make him a sacrifice. There's going to be some kind of confusion or some kind of, but this was the plan all along with the Three of Wands. Which one of you said that they knew, somebody knew this was going to happen?
I felt like he had the knowing that something like this was going to go down.
Yeah, he may have been tipped off from an insider, which is why I get the Hierophant card. But I think either they're going to try to make him the fall guy, or whoever tipped him off is going to help kind of throw some smoke in the air to kind of deflect with the Seven of Cups.
Yeah, remember our IT systems. Trump just allowed them to just walk in and explore everything and see everything, and
went on a whole field trip. You can't go on a field trip in the Pentagon. Like, what are you doing? That's a good point, Lori. That's a really, really good point. Thank you so much, Desiree, for the super chat. I pray that generosity is returned to you tenfold. Very good point. So yeah, I think there's a tip off somewhere. He knew this was going to happen. Or somebody knew this was going to happen. I agree with that was Tony. I agree with you. Let's start looking into the goon posse because there are favorite and also least favorite subject at the same time. Lori, let's start with your question with Truth. The new social media platform.
The Donald is launching his own version of Twitter, and it's a big square with the capital letter T, and its insignia is Truth in all capital letters. It will be available through an Apple app, which really deeply saddened me. It will be available, I guess, and premiere 2022, but it's in beta processing, and some people have already gone in there and grabbed the handle at Mike Pence and the real Donald Trump. So it's always hacked. But this actually has a chance. So let's see. Does he succeed with this? Does it make it, or does it fall?
Does Truth will out?
Well, the Truth. Yeah, will out.
Will the Truth social app platform be successful? That Donald
be successful? Will Donald Trump have a success finally?
Finally. Well, yeah. No.
What was that?
It's the devil.
Oh.
Well, or the devil, because it'll succeed with all his cult members. We'll see how this plays out.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If this goes off, I'm gonna fucking.
Okay. Got a freaking flacking.
Friggin' fraggin'.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it may. Because the first card I pulled out, I'm like, well, I'll be damned. But let's keep going. Oh, well, okay. Well, oh, man. Lori, please tell us you've got some good news.
No, he's going to make it with this one.
Yeah, I'm getting,
Yeah, it's going to make it.
Okay, so follow-up question.
Hold on. let's show what we got to justify why.
I don't want to.
I'm just gonna let y'all know now. I started off with the 3 of Cups, celebration, happiness. So I was like, well, shit, do I keep going? But I'm gonna keep going. Here, I'm gonna give you a little bit of hope. The challenge is money, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, how it's funded. Because at the base, at the crown and at the base, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Money is going, it's going to have ups and downs because of money. Because think about it, he never pays his bills. So why would he, like, they're not going to pay for like the API or something. It's going to have some ups and downs. And initially in the beginning, it's going to look like it's going to fail. So don't get super excited because it's going to look like it's going to fail with the 5 of Cups. But don't forget, 3 cups are down, 2 cups are up in the background. It's still going to be running. Why is it going to run? Because it's going to run off people's emotions with the Ace of Cups. Don't forget, he needs a way to continue to talk to his cults. And this is going to be the way to keep the cults, i.e. Trumpsters, energized, revitalized. In the environment, though, is the 8 of Pentacles. So, yeah, it is. Because doing the work, the work is there. However, though, again, it's going to have its ups and downs. It's going to have a hard time balancing with the 2 of Pentacles. And I think the reason it's going to have a hard time balancing, keeping going, is because of the money. See?
What's what you got, Tony? I want to see what you got.
Okay, so I started off with the Devil because we know who that is. And then because he has been disconnected and bored, this is why he started this new venture. Positive movement forward at the base. In the past, he was playing the waiting game, but in the sky, he has new beginnings. The Fool takes a friggin' leap of faith and he makes something happen. Just by sheer just willing it to be so. And I got that balance card as well. Balance is needed. Hopes and fears is he hopes that it will bring him more recognition and reward, money, money, money. And the final outcome is solar plexus energy. That gut energy, that creative, gut-wrenching energy.
What did you get?
I think that he just, in a decision of being upset with big tech, he tries it, he starts it, it shakes. The internet side, the internet card is on its side this way. So there's big problems. It goes up, down. It has a real difficult time starting, just like you said, and then some people pour money into it. This is going to be it may actually die and then like come back up. So it may, maybe it gets overloaded or, hacked, and then it perhaps hacked, by Sneaky Pete, and then it comes back up, but then he's going to be able to grift with this.
That makes sense because I got in the here and now, that explains the 5 of Cups I got for the here and now. Like, don't get too excited. It looks like they're maybe down and out, but they're not going to be.
Yeah, we have a really tough start.
Tony, what was your follow-up question?
Follow-up question was, will it survive?
Okay,
let's look at that.
let's do it.
I have a question to that question after we do that one.
Lori's got my stomach churning with my stomach just went into a knot.
Okay. But everything he does eventually fails. The man could barely stay president for 4 years, so all of his victories are like short-sighted.
We started off with the 3 of Cups, right, Adrian?
That's how I started off last time. Yep. Ooh, Thank you to all 191 of you guys who are joining us this Thursday.
Oh, that's lovely. Hey, guys.
I appreciate you guys. Okay. Well.
Stop that. Oh, God. No.
These aren't really telling me much, though, about the success.
I got something good.
Shit. Never mind. Go ahead. What did you get?
So, Pen, I think there's a real problem with starting it. It's a real struggle. I think there's some big hacks problem. I'm still getting the death card. It goes up, it goes down. And then they join, but this is going to be like, it's all about the money. So I think it starts. Okay. I think it starts. I think it goes down. It gets hacked. I think it goes back up. And then I think the people understand that this is about grifting and you have to give money, and they think it's a good opportunity at first. But this is really just about the money. This is just another way to get money. And I think they figure it out. So this isn't just good success card for me. This is the thief. Mm-hmm. And the thief, will pull off, more tricks as well, So I'm not getting 10 of Pentacles. I'm not getting Twitter fame. I'm getting Carney ride.
I got most of the same cards from the last reading. This recognition and reward. At the bottom of the reading is truth. So that's the name of the thing, isn't it?
It is. That's so funny. How ironic.
It's gonna reach a lot of people through, this is the collective. Actually the sixth chakra is the collective, but it's gonna still reach a lot of people out there in the ether. I don't know why the Emperor came up, but it's that and power. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, material and spiritual success. Everybody loves me. Oh, positive movement forward. It's going to take a little while, but manipulation will be the name of the game.
And will probably be its downfall.
One can only pray.
So listen, I started this and I was like, I hate this reading so very much. Not the reading, I hate the cards. I really was like in a bad mood with the cards. And like, then it was just like, never doubt the tarot, because the last card, I was like, oh, thank God. So here's what it starts off. It starts off with the Hangman. It's crossed with the Page of Wands. I almost feel like he wants to change the perception of people. He wants to get his followers back in, and this is his move to go back out. Because again, whether he doesn't really, I don't think he really is all like, I want to run in 2024 again. I think he just wants the attention and the money. So this is setting in stone the attention and the money, but be careful what you wish for, which is why the challenge is the Page of Wands. You're going to be burdened by too many options, too much confusion. Again, you already started off with people already hacking and taking your handles. You may want to things. Go ahead. What'd you say?
I said, and Mikey's.
You and your Poon can't even have your normal Twitter, your normal handle. So there's going to be a lot of, I'm going to call confused. It's going to be burdened by subterfuge, but think about it. What is the Trump base? They're constantly burdened by subterfuge. That is why Fox News and OAN are successful. Just keep the swirl going. Again, the here and now is why I started to panic a little bit, because we get this 8 of Pentacles again, which is, I'm sorry, this is the 7 of Pentacles. We're still waiting for something to harvest. So that could be the up and down that Lori, Tony, and I saw earlier. And the emotions, though, is the Lover's card. So he is going to have some success with his cult. I mean, water's wet. We know this. And the environment is the Ten of Cups. This is, again, this happiness. Everybody's behind him. That's when I started to, at that point, wanted to expel my soda water because I was like, this is not good. And his word of warning is the Ten of Wands. So I was like, this is still kind of like, oh, I'm not really happy. But then Spirit has my back. The outcome is the Ten of Swords. So then I started, then I was just like, spades, bitch. I'm done. Throw out a big choker. Bam!
Good.
I'm good. I have one more question about this, something I just thought of. I know we kind of got into it, but why did he really start this? Is it truly for the grift? Is it for the money? Is it truly for him to set up a run for 2024? Is it because he's bored and needs his narcissism and he can't be on Twitter?
All of the above.
Like all of the above.
But I want to see what the tarot says.
Okay.
Why did he really start this?
All right.
We know the answer, but what does Spirit want to say?
I mean, because he was begging to be back on Twitter. He was even trying to sue to be back on Twitter. But, you know, if he doesn't say, I'm going to run, just that I'm thinking, you know, hinting at it, just saying, you know, I'm probably going to do it. As long as he doesn't say, I'm running, he can take all the money.
He can take all the money.
The minute he says he's running,
he's
accountable for campaign funds.
Exactly.
We're not going to hear it out of his mouth because he just wants the money.
He just wants the money. Marie, yes, you can. The thing is, as the water needs to be in a clear vase or something clear to get the moon reflection, and he would have need to have actually done it on the full moon. And the full moon, I believe, is pretty much done because it's transitioning back to its, I call it his home base. But yes, you can. Next full moon, you absolutely can charge a case of water. And then depending on, you know, you can do whatever you need to do with water, cleanse with it, bathe with it, use it to water plants, use it to drink. But yes, you can. I'm only going to pull a couple cards because I'm just, why?
I can't wait to hear this, Tony.
I know what you get, ma'am.
The outcome. That's the outcome.
That's the outcome.
Okay. And that's what you got.
That's what you mean.
So he starts out as standing his ground and judgment is on its side. So at the base of the reading, he has the Ten of Wands because this is a huge endeavor, and I'm sure he's not doing anything but collecting the money. He's collecting the money and causing all kinds of confusion because you know he's always going to put his foot in everything, right? I got to put my finger in there and mess it up because even though it's mine, I want my finger on it because I am the man.
Wow.
I'm the man with the plan, waiting for my plan to come together. I'm moving out. I'm coming in because the fear is that the law is after his booty, but this is the outcome. So that's what I get.
What did you get, Lori?
He didn't like being blocked. He couldn't handle it. He just couldn't handle it. They blocked him. That was the challenge. And he just like looking for any way to get that text. Going those text messages, the Twitters, the tweets, the truths, whatever they're going to be. He just couldn't handle it. But he will completely turn it to get money. There's just no, it's a gamble. He thinks he can gamble with this and he can get the money. So it's all of the things that you said. All of them.
Yep. I get I pulled 4 cards and the 4 cards told me the answer, and I'm gonna tell them in the order. First and foremost, it's for money collaboration, and it's not just for him, it is also for certain people, his backers, people who he considers loyal to him to kind of get out of their pockets. So that's number 1. And in a messed up way, it is about truth, which is why he named the truth, but his version of the truth. He needs a platform to continue to tell the truth as he sees it in his eyes. It's all about how he can communicate again with his people. So if they want to call us sheeple, we'll call them sheeple. This is also done for planning. If he wants to run, if he doesn't want to run, if he wants to promote other people who can help him, continue to pad his pockets. This is the plan. It's all about, so he has a way to test the waters to see what moves he can make next and how he can always keep his plans in the forefront. This was the plan of the plan, if that makes sense. And because he's bored with the 7, Jesus Christ, I can't read. I'm looking at the damn 8 swords, and my brain saw the Roman numeral, and I was like, no, honey, that's 8. You know that's the 8 of swords. He's bored. He's created his own mental trap, especially when he's been kicked off of the other platforms. He needs something to do. He needs to keep him. Narcissists have to constantly be stimulated. They have to constantly be in do things. That's why you'll a lot of people will say narcissists are dramatic. They're not dramatic. They're just bored. And they need a lot of stimulation and attention to keep them going. Otherwise, they're self-destructive. They want to destroy everybody else, but not themselves. Oh, Lori, that one question spawned 18,000 questions, and I'm going to cleanse all of us. Hey, Becca, happy belated birthday. We had so much fun on your Sunday stream. Okay, so let's look at Merrick Garland. So now the House, they voted today, right? And they voted to go ahead and throw his ass in jail?
Well,
to
refer to the justice, Merrick Garland.
So will the DOJ actually go in and prosecute him? Will the DOJ, now that the case is going to be handed over to them, are they going to do it? We were spraying ourselves because Donald Trump has got his new platform called The Truth. And we read that it's going to be kind of successful in some ways. And it made all of us want to vomit. So I had to cleanse this. Will the DOJ prosecute? What are you guys getting?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. This is rough.
It's tough. I'm getting more of a yes. But there's some real legal challenges to this with some other existing things that are going on. They struggle with this. Oh, God. They have the power. What the hell is that? This has placed them in a position they didn't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to have to do something they don't want to do.
Yep.
What do you? I'm so interested to see what you because this is a conundrum.
Yeah, I'm getting here's the problem. It starts off, they are anxious. They just don't want to do it. And the challenge for them is they've got everything they need to do it. There's so much evidence. He did not show up. So in the eyes of the public and in the eyes of the law, you have to at this point. And that's the challenge. They're anxious because they don't really want to do this. We had in a recent, in the past with the sun, we gave them everything. We illuminated it. We shone the light. Is that proper? Whatever. We shined the lights. We gave them everything. But the issue too is that initially, this is what's kind of weird. There's some kind of loss. There's something they just, here's how it ends. And I think this is going to be more clear. They don't know which direction to go in with the Two of Swords. Okay. Which direction do we go? We don't, because keep in mind with the Two of Swords, I always like to say, it's not that you can't make a decision. You just don't want to. You don't know which way to go. Tallulah from used to say head over heart, right? Head over heart. You just don't know which direction to go. I'm wondering if there's tends to be my Republican card. If there's somebody on staff, somebody in their ear, they also are just mentally trapped. They don't want to do it, but they're going to end up having to with the star. I'm wondering too if they feel like he is not the big fish that they would rather use this time and energy for, that there may be somebody further down the line. And if they don't show up, they'd rather use that energy to go after that person. But it's something about Steve Bannon in particular. They do not want to do this, Lori. I get what you get. What'd you get, Tony?
I get that. Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it, but they don't want to do it. They have this something that's going on that's I don't know what that is. There's a need for balance, and I think there's somebody in the DOJ that's putting some gum in the works in a way, but they're going to do it. They just need to figure out the best way to do it. I don't know. They have strength, they have fulfillment of wishes, but they're afraid of something happening.
What are they afraid of?
I don't know.
It's explosive. I mean, it's the outcome card is explosive. What were your outcome cards?
My outcome card was the Hermit.
More information that's explosive leads. Ban. What did you get for the outcome card, Adrian? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was the Two of Swords. Remember, they don't know which direction they want to go. They got Eight of Swords. They were trapped, but it's mental. They don't want to do it, so they're getting
with your head in the sand.
And there was another card I don't quite remember, and then the Star. So they're going to end up having to do it. They just don't want to. What are they afraid? Judgment. There's something. What are they afraid of? First card I get is Judgment. The Hermit again. So I got the same card you got, Tony. Something coming out. I wonder if they're wondering too. Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, something about truth, about the workings of the DOJ. I'm wondering if by doing this to Bannon, they're going to expose themselves and maybe the role that they've played or the role.
That's it. They don't want to do it because it's going to open up a whole can of worms about other people who did so much damage and so much stuff.
Who Garland probably wants to still keep there. Because why be afraid if I would throw them under the bus? Like Johnny and I were talking about with on Sunday and Becca when we're doing our live stream. I'm petty. I would just be like, I don't like him. He's the reason why I can't do X, Y, Z, L, and P, but you can't do that when you purposely keep that person there. So yeah, I think it's something that's going to come out, Tony, that they don't want the inner workings. Because that's what you're getting the same thing, Lori.
Yeah, and I think that it will tie into some Russian money, some Russian backing, some Russian access. It's much, much, much larger than we can possibly wrap our
simple brains around. No,
we're intelligent.
No, but my dad said this 5 years ago. So right before Trump went into office, he was like, right when he was going in, because we're almost like a full year. He was like, we can't expose it because it's going to show how truly flawed our democracy is. It's going to scare people. They have to keep it secret. And I think he's 100 on that one. Let's look at. Oh gosh, I don't even know where to go. My brain is like.
This got heavy.
And that was a really important reading. And I think that was very significant that all three of us got the same. Spirit gave all three of us the same. This is it's a dichotomy. It's a conundrum. They're forced to do something they don't want to do, and it leads to a huge reckoning and awakening. And I think it's going to swing the wrecking ball right into that room.
So then let's take a look then, because this is an actual question. Will laws ever change to prevent these type of tactics to happen in the future? Will we start to write some laws, do something to make sure that this doesn't happen again?
It's a very nice, positive question.
Yes. I doctored it up. That wasn't the exact question, but I'm going to rephrase it a little bit because I feel like we're into the thick of it. Will we get some laws that change after this? Even if it's as small as if you're behind is subpoenaed, you show up. And if you don't show up, a little bit of something. Okay.
Yes.
What'd you guys get?
Yes.
Go ahead, Lori. What'd you get?
I think, boy, this is a big old fight.
Yeah.
This is a fight.
Yeah.
Sides. I mean, we've got two knights, charging at each other.
I got the Knight of Wands too. That's how mine starts.
They're coming after each other.
And the Knight of Pentacles.
I want to propose this. No, don't do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they can't get anything done. And it's really the base is the bully. But then somebody kicks someone's rear end. And I think some laws about giving a general or someone in this capacity so my overall answer is yes, but it's very difficult to get there, and they're going to give the military or somebody in a military position a helpful say or a level of prominence or position to oversee things.
Okay. What'd you get, Tony? You said yes as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. I got. Okay, so the collective wants to move on from the way we're doing things. They want balance. Everyone wants balance. Not only balance, we want the spiritual strength of the country to come back, but we are fighting this but new beginnings are happening in the near future where we have to play the waiting game for them to come into balance, but we'll stand our ground and say this is the way it has to be because we need this firm foundation and achievement of the happy home, the happy country, the happy life. Mm-hmm. And your favorite card, the firm foundation.
Can you just hold that up to the camera a little closer, please? Oh, God, it's back. It's back. What a wonderful belated birthday gift. His back.
You just want to have your coffee and walk on that back in your silk bath.
Yes, Lori.
Yes.
You know me so well. Yes.
Yes, Lori. Yeah.
Adrian, will you please walk on my back?
My pearls. That man's back is gorgeous. The artist did a very good job on that card. Okay. I got distracted. You said yes, right? I forgot everything you said in that reading.
Yeah, because we're gonna have a more firm foundation of the laws that we're gonna prevent this stuff from happening. But it's gonna take a while.
Yeah. I would just like to note in this reading, I got all four knights. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, wow. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, all four knights. There is going to be so much energy, so much discord, so much emotion charging in to do this. I don't think I've ever in the years I've been doing the tarot been like, I got all 4 knights at the same time. I've got all 4 pinnacle, aces, but like, whoo, goodness. Here's the thing though. In order to pull this off, the challenge is the 6 of Pentacles, sharing of time, money, energy, and resources. Both sides don't want to give in on this. They're going to fight each other on this because think about it. The Dems are trying to do this for the greater, well, not really. Okay. We're the party of morality. So yes, in the blanket surface, we're trying to do this for the greater good of the country. The Republicans are like, no, don't do that because in 4 years, 8 years, we want to continue with our BS and buffoonery. So we kind of don't want to do that, even though it's for the righteous good of the country. So there's that not wanting to share, not wanting to come to the table, not wanting to play. The thing is, though, something's going to have to die in order for something to be reborn with the Ace of Wands and the 10 of Swords. Yes, there is going to be new action, but a bunch of things are going to have to die in the process, stop in the process, end in the process. 5 of Pentacles, there is going to be some loss, though. We need to anticipate this and prepare for it. We may not get all of the loss that we think we want to see. And it's going to take a while for this to play out. Because, again, we don't know which direction to go. We've got 2 opposite forces fighting. But there is supportive action on our side with the Queen of Wands. So hang tight. It's just going to take a minute, guys. That's why midterm elections are just as important, if not more important, than presidential elections. Mm-hmm. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Let's look at Tom Cotton. I don't know why I hate his last name so much.
You know why.
I do. Tom Cotton.
His cocky cotton picking mind.
Irritates me. Did Tom Cotton and
I'm sorry. I'm full of a little spit and vinegar today. I can't help myself.
And secretly, I love it when you're got a little bit of piss and vinegar in your veins because normally I'm the one who's got the piss and vinegar. So when you have it, I'm like, oh, good, because now she's like, it's not just me all the time. And rightfully so for you to have the piss and vinegar in your veins. You're handling it so well. Handling it well.
What are we asking about Tom Cotton?
Cotton.
What are we asking about him?
We are. I didn't get the question out because I was too busy laughing.
Okay, sorry.
Tony. Did Tom Cotton and Mitch McConnell work together to undermine Trump's election fraud agenda? So were they in cahoots to kind of kill the election fraud story?
Is it dead? Did they kill it?
And they were like, there was no election fraud, and then they moved on to other bullshit and buffoonery to kind of dismantle the country. They didn't continue with that narrative like Trump has. Because I also think, by calling attention to it, they would be calling attention to themselves, maybe? I don't know. Not saying what you're saying.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there you go. A little bit.
Yes, absolutely. I don't even need to draw any more cards. They did, absolutely. They did. They killed it. They did it to kill it.
I think they work together. I think now let me not jinx the cards. Let me actually use another deck. Let's see what my cards say. What'd you get, Lori?
I think it were those 2 and one more. It was a party of 3, and they were trying to overcome the chaos. And I get an absolute yes for they wanted to preserve the law somehow, if you can imagine that, and to move the attention and focus away from the chaos, move it away.
My cards don't make no damn sense, but I'm gonna try to make some sense out of it. Let's make sense out of this. Okay. They were kind of juggling because it's like, I still think that goes back to not so much doing what's right for the country, but maybe doing what's self-serving is what I want to put. I'll say self-serving. for this. We've got to do something, say something. Because, like you said, Lori, calm the chaos with this Knight of Cups. How do we give an offer to the god, to the Don, even though he's not going to like what we give him? We've got to calm something down because really, we're not happy how this played out. We really would have preferred to be in control, but we're not anymore because not only do we have a Democratic president, at that point, if I remember correctly, Georgia had finally turned over. So now there's going to be a majority, or kind of a majority. Mitch McConnell was going to lose his power. So they weren't happy to begin with. So how do we kind of cut our losses and move ahead? There's also some protection of money with the Ace of Pentacles. How can we come up with a new plan? How can we move forward with the Two of Wands? And then truth be told, the supportive truth at the end with the Queen of Swords. We also know this MF is lying at the same time. So we've kind of gone along with a lot of your lies, but this one's a little too big. It's a little too big. We can't kind of cover this one up. So that's what I get.
Yeah. I told you I stopped at those two cards, but I also, when I finished the reading, they put their heads together in secret and everything. They chose wisely what they wanted to kill, what they didn't. So they started the deception campaign for financial and material gains. They took their time because they were feared of what was going to happen if all of this stuff didn't get slowed down. So they put obstacles and challenges in the way.
I can't with you, Becca. Yes, his tongue will be the next thing that turns black and falls off because I'm surprised he still has hands. I can't with you, Becca. Okay. I cannot with you at all. Let's look at some state and local buffoonery. Kari Lake, who's a Trump candidate, was once said that the rioters were invited by the police. So she is a Trump candidate, has gone on record and said the insurrectionists were invited by the police. She's running for governor in Arizona. What's the outcome? What are her chances? Is she going to pull this off?
Great question.
Hello, Jinlin. What are her chances for the gubernatorial race in Arizona?
Say her name again.
Kari Lake. Or Carrie, but it's Kari. Yes, she is slightly loony. Just like we talked about a little bit of loony. Thanks again to all 292 of you who joined tonight. Thanks to all the super chatters. May that generosity be returned to you tenfold. And thanks, even if you can't donate, I'm glad that you're here to hang out with us this Thursday night. That means the world to the three of us. So thank you. Oh, geez, Louise. Well, what do you
Don't get happy.
Yeah.
I know there's no joy in mud.
What?
No joy in what was it? The Casey at the bat. No joy in who is it? Oh my God.
I think she starts off good and then she gets all hung up. She gets tongue-tied, hung up, hung out to dry. Some people leave her, and I think she's judged. She has high hopes. I mean, she's got a lot of high hopes. She's wishing upon the star and the sun, but I'm not getting. Trying to do everything, but that's not a winning card for me. That's just like I'm trying to go make this big speech at this podium and I decided to do this, but what have y'all got?
Okay, so I got the base chakra. She's she's fired up for it.
Yeah.
And she, you know, even if she gets tired or whatever, she's going to keep moving on. There's truth in that, I guess. She's standing her ground in it. And I get a material harvest, and I get a triumphant success in the near future. But
I get something similar.
she's using her intuition to win hearts and minds, but there are challenges and obstacles, and she ends up all alone.
I get kind of a cross with that. Starts off with the star. So I'm already like, well, this is some BS. This is starting off incredibly positively. But her ties to Trump. She's going to try to repeat a lot of his rhetoric, things that he says is going to get in her way. She's kind of bound and trapped to that way of thought. She's got a lot of money poured into her too. This is in the recent past. Thank you, Virgo Ensign, for the super chat. May that generosity be returned to you tenfold. It's a lot of money put behind her. Because they want her to come in, and the King of Swords and the Two of Wands, they want to prop her up to kind of take back the reins in Arizona, to kind of be the Republican voice again, what they call the truth. However, there's some slidey, sneaky that's in the here and now. Something has not come out yet. There's something that's kind of murky, hidden under the surface. Unfortunately, well, I got the world as the outcome. So I'm like, something is completed. Does that mean that she's down and out, or does that mean she wins? I think she wins, but I don't think this is the ride she wants. I really don't. I get the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Four of Cups. This is way,
I'm going to have to do another spread.
You know how, like, when you get the job because of nepotism, but you can't really do the job, and so everybody's going, no, you can't do the job, and it becomes a little too hard on you. So you've got everything you wanted. You got the position you wanted, but you don't have the respect because everybody knows that you're a clown-ass sucker who lied and said you went to Harvard, but really you barely got out of, like, Chico State. That's kind of like the energy I get. She's totally dissatisfied with this. Thank you. You know what? I'm trying to also do this reading and not laugh.
the super secret hooker stash.
Thank you so much, Jen Lynn, and thank you so much, Earth Mama, for those super chats. I pray that generosity is returned to you tenfold, and I'm going to have to buy a really cheap pair of hooker stilettos. Thank you so very much. I get she pulls it off. It's just bought and paid for. There's a lot.
Well, maybe that hermit card means that she gets to the mountaintop. I don't know.
It could be. Did you repull, Lori? Because you like.
I'm still seeing another female contender here. There's somebody else trying to go after her funding. The other cards are supportive. I don't think she has it. I don't know. This is really hard for me, because if I was not asking about someone else, I would say, okay, she gets it. She comes out as the Queen of Pentacles. But for some reason, I'm just seeing someone else challenge her here. And she's up there. I mean, the momentum is up. The money is up.
We're not saying we disagree with your reading. We like your reading better than what we got, mind you. It's just we got something different. Trust me, I like what you got better.
Well, the Judgment card could go the other way. I could be in error there. It could go to everyone decides to go out and vote for her, but I'm hoping for a problem.
I hope so too. Let's keep on Arizona for a minute. Ron Watkins, Quackernon activist. He's also running for Arizona. He's running in Arizona for Congress. What are his chances? Because now we're going to have another self-proclaimed, self-professed. Here's the problem. Y'all go want me to buy some pasties, and then when I wear the pasties on the live, then y'all gonna be like, oh my eyes. And then it'd be like, well, you paid for Jody and Jen Lynn and Becca. So I mean, you go blind from seeing all of this and some pasties. I can't help you at that point. But thank you for that.
Okay, what's this guy's name again? I forget.
It is Ron Watkins.
Ron Watkins. Oh, the cute dude.
And thank you, Share Bear, as well for the super chat. I pray that generosity is returned to you tenfold.
And he's running for governor too.
No, he's running for Congress.
Oh, Congress.
Yeah. Q and a Quacker and Honor, the Q family running for. I stand corrected, Becca. My apologies. I know what you're funding. Will Ron Watkins pull this off? What are his chances for Arizona Congress? Interesting. There's a lot of money behind him. I know that much. If I pull one more Pinnacle card, good night. What are you guys getting?
He's not stable.
Lori, a little bit. A little bit.
He's a little bit crazy. A little bit crazy.
Yeah, there's something going on behind the scenes here. Something we don't know about. He's got some real big emotional problems.
Yeah.
Real power problems. He's angry. Do you believe I get the judgment card for him as well as the outcome the same as I did for the other lady?
I had to pull like 8 clarifiers, and this one, I stopped after this one. I got the judgment as well. What do you get, Tony?
I get he wins. I get that it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be but he's got good cards.
Wow.
He starts out with the fulfillment of wishes, and what's crossing him is a spiritual union, which is, underneath is the judgment card. It's truth, and he's using that second chakra energy to fuel his campaign so that he can have the authority and the he can bring in his the guy that he looks up to all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So he's tapping into the collective for the people, the non-anons. He's worried about conflict and defeat, but he's got.
All right. I think
He
he's got
wins.
some secrets, though. I think he's got some secrets, but yeah. What you got, Adrian?
I think he's going to pull it off because he's got, thank you, Lucky Girl. He's got, he's too funded. There's too much funding, too much support, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. There's too much behind him, and it's some kind of secrets too, which I think is very interesting with the High Priestess. They don't want whatever this is very much run underground. It's almost like because the challenge of this reading is the 3 of Wands, this plan coming into motion. It's almost like if they can get him in Congress, they can get old girl governor. It's like, we will take back Arizona. So this is kind of bigger than just him. This is part of a bigger pot, I would say, because there's a lot of like-minded people sharing of time, money, energy, and resources with the 6 of Pentacles. Republicans too are kind of in on it, because he's a Republican candidate, so they're in on it. But he's got a lot of support, and the outcome. One of the outcome cards I get is the 4 of Wands, or this community. So I think, unfortunately, if you're in Arizona, if it don't smell right, don't feel right, it's probably not right.
A little bit.
just a little bit. Let's do a couple more if we can. Let's do an update on Kamala, our vice president. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy belated birthday.
Libra.
October 20th, Libra, if memory
All right,
serves.
I'm taking just a small one. I'll be right back.
Okay. So while Lori takes her small 1 second right back, let's do some housekeeping. Tony, anything coming up for you that you want to share on your channel about your channel?
Well, I'm doing a series, a chakra series on the chakras and spirit animals, and I've got 2 up already. I'm going to put the 3rd up soon, and hopefully you and I can get together and do
next Tuesday, right?
Next Tuesday at 2. That Miss Adrienne and I were going to get together and she's going to do her singing bowls, and I will do my drum and rattles, and we'll clear all the chakras and have a good old hootenanny.
A musical hootenanny. So that will be on Tony's channel next Tuesday. So Tuesday the 27th, 8th, something like that. It's 8th, I believe. That's 3, 4, 5. Is it like, I know I said like whatever that translates to Eastern. I think that's like 6:30 Eastern. I think 2. That'd be 5. That'd be 5 o'clock Eastern time. Can we push it to 6?
Sure.
I have to get, because
you know what? We'll do 6:30. How about that?
Thank you. That way I can get off work and get the bowls out and set everything up. So 6:30 Eastern Tuesday on Shining Hawk Healing's channel, doing some. I may even pull out the gongs and do a whole hootenanny, musical hootenanny as woohoo. And then that same next week Friday at, I want to say like 4:30 or 5 Eastern, I'll have to check, I will be reading with my brain just stopped, Allie from Heart and Soul Connect. So we'll be on my channel, just doing some more chitting and chatting, talking about what's on our hearts and on our minds that Friday. So just join, hang out. Lori, we're doing a little shameless self-promotion while you took your quick break, walk away. What do you want to
kitty? I had a kitty cat that was fully traumatized by some early morning weed whacking, lawn mowing stuff going. So she disappeared, and I just got her back. So, and then I let her out, and then she was howling out there again. So.
Oh, jeez.
Anything that you want to promote? When's your next live stream on your channel? When can we support you?
Well, thank you. Tomorrow I'll be going live at 4 p.m. Eastern, just for a regular, Friday political reads. And then Monday I'll be doing the spiritual talk with Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice on his channel with Sienna. Not sure who else, but angels, guides, and guidance. All kinds of spiritual messages, things like that. And yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern, Monday with Tony and Tony, gosh darn it. Johnny, because it's the I, E, and I that kill me. Johnny and Sienna on Johnny's channel. Tony, check out her spirit animal sessions, please. Number 3 is on its way, and then we will both be live on Tuesday at 6:30 Eastern. And then next Friday with me and Allie on my channel, sometime at like 4, something 4, 5, I don't know. I set the time and I don't remember.
Allie's very sweet.
She's amazing. That's whole cognitive decline issue I apparently have going on. So when will I do more ghost stories? My co-ghostbuster just got back from ghost busting. So I think we will be probably in November. It's going to be after Halloween, but we will put it on the community channel. It's coming, or community chat. It's coming soon. So let's get back into it. We got a couple more we want to do. Let's talk about Kamala Harris. How is she doing? Let's just do a general read on Vice President Harris, who just celebrated a birthday. And actually, I'm going to grab another deck. Y'all keep going. Y'all, whoever wants to start.
Ooh. She always has such strong cards. I love that.
I forgot I wasn't muted. So I was like, oh, they're going to hear all of my grunts and groans trying to get up out of this chair. How is she doing? Whoever wants to go first.
If somebody's got something good, go for it, because I don't have good things here.
Uh-oh. Let's see. So we get solar plexus chakra energy. She is doing a lot of, particularly too, soul healing. She's coming in. She's finally kind of getting her legs as vice president. And what does it mean for her as the first African-American and Asian and woman to be vice president? So she's really kind of coming into her own. And so I would say, not quite, as we say in the street, she's feeling herself. She's really stepping into her power. This is, didn't really have a blueprint, even though the person I worked for was a recent vice president, but this is very different for me. So now she's kind of really coming into that power. Also too, really trying to connect with spirit, extreme spirit, crown chakra with meditation. She's also been kind of quiet lately, and that's not an accident. That is divine, that is purposeful. Part of her coming into power and coming into her power was digging within herself and talking to spirit. So really kind of being very intentional. Now that I've kind of gotten the first 6 months of the new kid nerves out of the way, now how do I step in and dominate this thing? So that's really where she's at. Again, more solar plexus chakra energy with universal light, doing what feels right. Just doing what feels right, actually. Not what people tell her so much of what she needs to do, but what is it that I know and feel needs to be done? And then the last two, she's got a lot of solar plexus. Self-mastery, again, this is time, especially with the Libras, when we just got out of this Mercury retrograde and also Jupiter, learning lessons and stepping into lessons learned phase. And she's definitely doing that with the self-mastery right now. Thank you so much. Jilly Lynn I'm going to butcher that, for the super chats. And then also just really grounded right now too, trying to connect with root chakra. So just trying to be grounded, really stepping into her energy and her power right now as vice president. Lori, you said you didn't get the most positive card, so go ahead and just let us have it.
And Zinni is here to say hello. She's so grateful that she's done being traumatized. She never comes up on my table, ever. She's just had a hard day, haven't you, buddy?
She's cute. And so fluffy.
She's so adorable.
So fluffy.
Look at that baby. Oh my gosh.
Say hi.
Hi, little baby.
So adorbs.
Look at that
Yeah, you can
face.
tell she was traumatized last night. She's like, I just want my mama. I just want hugs and kisses. Oh, bless her heart.
All right, yeah. I think she's trying to do a lot. She does have the power cards, and she has a lot of backing. She isn't able to move forward with some things. The three of wands is on its side. That's her challenge, is to move forward. There are so many things changing. She feels like she's on a tilt-a-whirl. Remember that ride in the fairs, where you get in and it spins this way, and then it spins this way, and then it spins this way. And she's really going to take some pot shots. They're really going to come after her. The slander is going to be huge. But she will educate people. She is a teacher. She's a spiritual teacher. And I think she'll do a really good job with that, but she's going to take some big hits. This is going to be a very difficult time for her in the next, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
She's strong though. She could do it.
Yeah.
She is, because she's the magician. She knows who she is. She knows what she's about. She knows why she's there. She's got, her head on straight about her job because her crown chakra. And then at the bottom of the reading, we have prosperity begins. So the things that she's working on, you're going to start hearing about programs that she is working on. She had to lay back in the past because she wanted to get a feel about the job. She wanted she had that spiritual calling to be where she is, but she needed to really find out what the job was all about because it was her destiny. I like telling stories.
Do it, girl.
But she was out of balance. She has been out of balance because she's been so overwhelmed with the job. There's been so many things that she's had to pay attention to that she had no experience in at all. So, tapping into the collective was very important for her. She wants to win over hearts and minds. But there was a little bit of a bump, at some point she felt really overwhelmed, but now it feels like she's back on track. She's back on track with what's going on for her. And she's got that material harvest and that triumphant success, that sort of truth coming out for her in the outcome. So, I think that she does have problems and she will have bumps in the road, but I think that, she's going to come out, stronger, at least because of it. I don't,
I keep hearing, when both of you guys were reading, I kept hearing Republicans are out for that behind. She's a little too much of a woman and a little too ethnic. And they just, whew.
Got the double strike.
Just got the double bite. Let's do one more if y'all don't mind.
Okay.
It's not the most pleasant question, but I think it's a decent question. For this next up, because Virginia right now, Arizona, we've got a couple states that are going through their midterms. Are there, and the question was how many, that's kind of hard to read with the tarot, but I want to rephrase it. How many GOPs are actually going to run as Democrat? So are they kind of coming in like they really are hearts, minds, souls Republican, but they're going to come in and run as a Democrat, almost as like a little plant. Because the conspiracy is that Sinema and old boy are really Republicans.
Right. It's so biblical. Like, the truth will be the lie, and the lie will be the truth. It's just so bad.
So will there be?
Well, that's how because they can't win the way just being who they are. So they have to come in the back door. Mm-hmm. So that they can take over and then gerrymander and all of the other stuff that they want to do, because otherwise, so just shut up, Tony. This is why I don't do political on my stuff on my channel, because I can't do it.
Oh, exactly, Becca. Trojan horse.
Trojan horse.
Good
exactly.
Call, Becca.
Yep. Well said. Will there be some? Well, just a general read. We don't have to get too into the thick of it. But
good question, Adrian. It's going to happen.
It's going to. I just want to see how
it's going to happen, just to cause the infighting.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. No, I'm gonna pull cards first, and then I'm gonna go on my diatribe. Yeah. Well, thing. I don't even have 4 more cards. What did you get? Yeah, this is ridiculous. What did you get? Finish your read, Lori.
I'm getting two. I'm getting two significant people, a man and a woman.
Okay.
And they're doing it for the cash donors and because they want to come out on top and have the power. They want to be the next Cinema and Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting two really important ones. That's what I'm getting.
What do you get, Tony?
I get that, yes, they're going to do that. Two, because they want to avoid conflict and defeat, they're going to transform themselves so people will vote for them and they will win.
Well, thank you so much, Pamela, for the super chats. May that generosity be returned to you tenfold. Okay, so here's the bad news. Let's call the thing a thing, right? Yes, there will be. Okay. It's already a plan set in motion. It's just done. They think they're being sneaky with the moon card. Why do they want to do this? Because, the devil's got to tell his lies. They've got to keep propagating the big lies, the stories, causing the destruction, because they're Republican plants. The Republicans, they're bought and paid for. I'm getting the same exact thing you guys are getting. Here's where it kind of, I'm going to put a positive spin on this. There's two. I didn't read in order of the Celtic cross because I want to remind you of something. Their entire challenge right now is loss. You can only do so much because this is why I'm going to go on this diatribe. We see you. We're not stupid. The people who voted you in, who thought you were going to, even let's just say thought you were going to be a moderate Democrat, the moment you start rallying against, fighting against, sounding a little too Republican, they're going to be dissatisfied with you. So you may get one term if you don't get booted out before then. Your whole challenge right now is lost because we see you. We see you. Your constituents aren't stupid. So go ahead.
Sometimes
all
all you need is one term to muck everything up.
Yeah.
So good luck. So yeah, be prepared. It's going to happen. Lori says a man and a woman. I think there's going to be a couple more, but
it could be a total of 5. Okay. Because I have the 5 of wands, as the challenge card. But these 2 were on the side. Right.
So anywhere from 2 to 5. But just remember, their challenge is lost, and somebody's not going to be. They may be dissatisfied. They may get in there and go, you know what? We can't do what we thought we were going to do. And you know what?
And everyone will be able to trace their past activities and the things that they've said, the things that they stood for and voted for. And so they could, like Becca said, present themselves as the Trojan horse. But you can see where they came from and think, It's like that boyfriend or girlfriend that came back and said, "Oh no, I've changed."
Yeah, I've changed. Have you really? Because a little bit of me believes that you're full of water. Yes,
just a little bit.
A little bit. With that, I want to just thank both of you for joining us tonight. Here's the thing, and I'm just gonna say this for everybody in the chat. When you come to Red Lentil, you come to have fun. You come to get some politics, and you also come to giggle because life is short, life is precious, and this is a lot of mess that sometimes we just need to giggle at. So, if people are in the chat having a good old brouhaha and laughing and kikiing and having a good time, let them kiki and have a good time. You can always stop, come back, and rewatch without the chat if you're getting distracted because we're dropping some truths in here, but we drop the truth with a little bit of humor. So please be kind to each other in the chat. We are here to educate and entertain, as we like to say on YouTube, for entertainment purposes only. With that, I bid all of you a very wonderful evening. Please go watch Lori tomorrow at 4:30 on her channel for her Friday
4.
reads. 4 Eastern. Oh, Eastern.
Oh.
Eastern. Please go check out Tony for part 3 of Spirit Animal series. Check us out Tuesday at 6:30 for some musical rum. And I will see you guys Tuesday and again on Friday with Allie. Be safe. Love and hugs to everybody. Have a fantastic evening and rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.